What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Rails and Mass. Today's trackside adventure has once again brought us back here to the Grafton and Upton Railroad. By the time I had arrived in North Grafton on this July morning, the crew had already departed, but we're going to be taking a look around before we continue down the line and catch up with them. Branching off from the MBTA's Worcester Main Line here in North Grafton, the Grafton and Upton Railroad is a 24.85 mile short line, and they have some very interesting railroad operations, which we're going to be taking a look at today. Right here in North Grafton is the main yard for the railroad. It's from this point that they interchange cars with their Class 1 partner CSX Transportation. It's also from here in North Grafton that the railroad transloads propane from railcar to truck. The Grafton and Upton also has an engine house here, as we can see coming up on the left side of the yard. As you can see on the day of this visit, there are many tank cars here in the North Grafton yard, but they're not all for the propane business. The Grafton and Upton also transloads other materials in Upton, and that's what many of these cars are. The modern 2-track engine house was built here back around 2011 or 2012. This is where all the maintenance work for the Grafton and Upton Railroad locomotives is performed, but they also do contract work for other railroads on occasion. Hiding back behind the North Grafton shop, we find GNU 1501. 1501 is an EMD F7A that was originally built in June of 1952. This unit is currently listed as for sale, and with a price of $35,000. But the trucks that are currently under the locomotive are not included in the sale. The unit is currently not in operating condition, but time will tell what will happen for 1501. Hopefully we'll find a new home with someone that's willing to restore it. Now moving on to the other side of the shop building, we find Grafton and Upton Railroad GP9R number 1751. 1751 was originally built back in 1958 by EMD for the Grand Trunk Western Railroad. And now looking back towards the shop building, you can just barely see the end of one more locomotive. That other locomotive would be an EMD MP15AC. The railroad has 3 of them on the roster. In addition to these locomotives, the Grafton and Upton also has one GP38. Now moving on from the diesels, there's one more very interesting thing here to see in North Grafton, and that's the steam engine. This steam engine is actually something many of you have probably seen before and never realized. It was on display in Edaville for many years, but a change of ownership had the steam engine brought here to the Grafton and Upton Railroad, where it's been ever since. The Wolfboro Railroad number 250 is a historic 1926 Baldwin 262 Prairie-type steam locomotive. This locomotive was built in 1926 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works in Pennsylvania. Before being on display at Edaville, this locomotive also spent some time on static display at the Hobo Railroad in New Hampshire. I don't believe the railroad currently has any plans to do anything with this steam locomotive, but it's nice to still see it around. And now that we've had a look around the North Grafton yard, we're going to continue down the line and go try to catch up with the train. Now not far from North Grafton yard, we make one more quick stop at Washington Mills Abrasives, one of the Grafton and Upton Railroad's longtime customers here. This customer does receive covered hoppers by rail, but there's no rail activity going on at the moment here, so we're going to continue down the line. Now moving further down the line, we find ourselves here in Upton, and we've caught up with the crew. This crossing here is located on Hartford Ave South in Upton, and it will be blocked numerous times during the switching operations here in the Upton yard. Thankfully, this is not a busy crossing, so not too many motorists will be affected by the switching operations here. This crossing, like many others on the Grafton and Upton Railroad, is radio controlled, giving the crew the ability to raise and lower the gauge as needed. And although it's in Housatonic paint, this GP38 is owned by the Grafton and Upton Railroad. Now zooming out with the bird's eye view, we can tell just how busy Upton really is.
another couple more. A couple. Last one. A half. And another 20. 10. 5. Just on it. And good. I think that 3 step applied. Back to 2. I vote 2. Yeah, 5. One more. And a half. And I'll take another couple more. One to go. A half. 10. 5. Just on it. You got 3 steps applied on the O2.
The Upton Yard is definitely a very busy place these days, and I took today's visit as an opportunity to try to get as many angles as possible, because this is not something you can see from the street. For many years it seemed like the Grafton and Upton Railroad was on borrowed time, but today things look very different, and in a very positive way. After a long period of neglect and decline, the Grafton and Upton Railroad saw some major repairs beginning in 2008, and has slowly become a respectable railroad once again. The extension from Grafton to West Upton opened back in March of 1889.
Drop that 3, stretch it out over the track 3.
An extension to Milford would follow in May of 1890.
Stretch it out over the track 3.
After the expansion to Milford, The length of the railroad would stay the same for the next nearly 131 years. This would all change in February of 2021, when the Grafton and Upton would increase its trackage by nearly 50%. This would come from the acquisition of trackage rights from CSX to the Milford Secondary.
Good couple. Apple. More. And a good. We're all lined up. Zero on the 02. You're still good, another 6 more, 02. Another 4 more, 02. 4 to go, 02. I'll take another couple more. Couple. One. Half. 20. And 5. Just on it. And good. 3. You got 3 steps of flight on the 02. gorgeously. Roger. Take a bump on the pin. Good. Stretch it out. Take about a couple to clear. Stretch it out, couple to clear. About one more. Half. And good. Over. Line 02, shove, good 10-1-0. You're so good, at least another 802. You're going to be tying on to that last car. Good, another 8 and tying on to the last car. Yeah, 6 more. I'll take about another 3 more, 02. 3 more, 02. Take another 10 more feet. 5 feet, just on it, and good, 3. You got 3 steps wide. Drop 3, stretch it out, back stretch. Down back track 6, 02. take about one more. About a half. 20. 10. 5. Just on it. Good. 3. You got 3 step of flight on the 02. Thank you very much, William. Thank you, guys. Have a nice weekend. Hey, you too, William. You're all lined up this way. Good 1515. All lines, have a good 1515 on the 02. And then once I get tight on, man, you can put air switch and hang right there. I'm going to show you something on the 01.
It wasn't until this point that I realized that the Grafton and Upton Railroad actually had a third locomotive here at the time. They put it to the side while doing the switching, but with that switching now complete, They're hooking back up and getting ready to go. With the crew members now getting in the cab of this locomotive, I made the false assumption that they would be continuing towards Hopedale. This would be a decision I would soon regret, as I moved crossings to the other side of the yard to watch them depart, a move I would never see happen. That tone we're hearing over the scanner is for the radio-activated crossings. But no activation here. This was when I realized I made a critical mistake. The train actually ended up departing out the other side back up towards Grafton. And from here I would receive word that the MBTA's newest heritage unit, number 1128, was being delivered by Mass Coastal to Middleborough this afternoon. So this would be ending my adventure on the Grafton and Upton Railroad today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one.